Hello, Pioneers, and welcome back to your National News Show. My name is Kayla Delmore.
And I'm Taylor Stewart. We hope you had a great summer break.
Now let's start off things like we do normally with some pop culture news. Just 6 months after the season 2 finale of Love is Blind aired in February, all of the couples from the show have split. Danielle Rule and Nick Thompson, one of the two couples who tied the knot at the end of the second season, are getting a divorce. Rule filed a petition for the dissolution of her marriage to Thompson on August 15th in Cook County, Illinois. In season 2 of this hit Netflix reality series, Thompson and Rule were the first couple to get engaged without knowing what each other looked like. Throughout their journey, the pair hit a few rough patches and debated if their lifestyles were too different.
The lawyer of the show, Better Call Saul, Saul Goodman, was meant to appear in only a handful of episodes of Breaking Bad. Instead, Saul, played by Bob Odenkirk, became an integral part of the series and eventually earned his own acclaimed spin-off, Better Call Saul. Now, after 6 seasons of the AMC drama has come to an end in this tense origin story, we've witnessed his complete transformation from struggling public defender to overconfident fraudster after a little United States versus Saul Goodman legal action. The now reformed Jimmy McGill ended up with 86 years in prison as Walter White's indispensable criminal lawyer after going down a dark path the past few seasons. Saul finally turned a corner and confessed to all of his crimes.
After 9 months of dating Pete Davidson, and Kim Kardashian's relationship has come to an end. As unlikely as Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson seemed as the couple in the beginning of their relationship, fans sure got on board quickly. The ending of the relationship apparently didn't have anything to do with the lack of personal chemistry. The couple added that the distance and lack of extended breaks were ultimately just too much. As much of the distance proved to be an obstacle despite Kim and Pete's efforts to make it work, they're simply at different places in their lives.
Andrew Tate, an influencer and former professional kickboxer known for his misogynistic remarks, has been banned from Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, confirmed that Tate has been banned from its platforms for violating its policies regarding dangerous individuals and organizations and hate speech. Tate has gained 4.7 million followers on Instagram before Meta took down his official account. TikTok had said that the company permanently banned Tate's account. Misogyny is a hate ideology that is not tolerated on TikTok. A spokesperson told NPR, "Our investigation into the content is ongoing as we continue to remove violative accounts and videos and pursue measures to strengthen our enforcement, including our detection models against this type of content."
Now let's get into some real national news. Peyton Reffitt, 18, what began as debates around the dinner table ended with her family falling apart and her father receiving the longest jail sentence yet for his involvement in the Trump-inspired Capitol riot. Quote, "American family life in the age of Trump has taken on a toxic dimension," end quote, the young woman from Texas said.
Peyton said her family's disintegration started as angry shouting matches between father and children. It was completed when his brother Jackson Reffitt, then 18 years old, turned his father into the FBI. After the Capitol riot in 2021, Guy Reffitt, 49, returned to Willie, a Dallas suburb, and told Jackson and then 16-year-old Peyton that they would be traitors if they turned him in, but Jackson had already tipped off the FBI in December 2020 after becoming increasingly concerned by his father's radicalized right-wing rhetoric.
The news is looking into the allegations made by former NBA player Dennis Rodman on the topic of the Brittany Griner case. According to Rodman, he has been given permission to travel to Russia to aid Griner in being released from prison. Griner, 31, has been in custody since February 17th, when law enforcement in Russia said they found a vape canisters in her luggage at the Serementerio airport in Moscow. During the trial, she pled guilty through the quote of, quote, "had no intentions of committing any crimes," end quote.
To continue on the topic of Donald J. Trump, whose name is back in the news regarding stolen documents found in his Florida estate, the FBI was requested to stop the continuing review of the document seized. This request was made by Trump's lawyers to the federal judge. During the August 8th search at Mar-a-Lago, the FBI seized 11 sets of classified documents. A statement made by Trump amidst the investigation reads, quote, "all documents have been disqualified," end quote, and had claimed that the records had been illegally seized. Preceding the quote leads the federal court made a counter that explained that since the FBI showed probable cause to them to believe that a crime had been committed, the federal judge authorized a search. Through the argument that the records were created under Trump's presidency, would it still be counted as privileged even though it's no longer in the executive position?
For the second time, the Pentagon denied a request on Monday by Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser to activate the National Guard to assist with thousands of migrants who have been arriving in the nation's capital in recent months. Bowser first asked for National Guard help last month, but it was rejected by the Pentagon on August 4th. She then sent another letter on August 11th requesting that 150 National Guard troops be deployed to, quote, help prevent a prolonged humanitarian crisis in our nation's capital resulting from the daily arrival of migrants, end quote. That's all we have for you today, Pioneers. For The Juice, I'm Kayla Delmore.
And I'm Taylor Stewart. Thanks for tuning in to your national news show, and we'll see you next week.